Hey guys, Simeon and Alex here. It's been a long time and we wanted to give you an update on our situation with everything going on, the upcoming move to the United States. Visa. And actually right now we are in Sweden. We went back to Sweden.
Just for a little visit before we move, before we leave Europe indefinitely.
As you can imagine, we have a lot of friends and family in Sweden and we are visiting them again to say goodbye, and it's for us kind of like a farewell tour for Europe a little bit.
Yeah, I guess.
So first, let us give you an update. We are still waiting for my visa. We have still not heard anything new from the USCIS, which has to process our application.
But according to their, what they say the timeline should be...
The average processing time.
Ours should be processed now within the next couple weeks.
But that's just an estimate, an average. They say every application is different and we just don't know, but we feel a strong urge to really pray for this, that this will go through now. Our hopes, our desire is to be in the United States before Christmas and spend Christmas and New Year's with the family. The USCIS has to process our application, then it goes to the National Visa Center in the US. It'll take another few weeks there, and that is if everything is okay. We just really want to ask you guys to pray. We've had a lot of comments about reaching out to the representative in the state, have them contact the USCIS. We've done all of that. We did this all already last year when we applied for this. It has been all to no effect, and we believe that God has a timing here, and we're waiting for that. But nevertheless, He asks us to pray, and we want to do that, and we would kindly ask you to do so as well. Yeah, we wanted to share a little bit with you guys. We've been on a very crazy journey for many years now as a family. We have for a long time felt like we don't really have a home. I lived part of my life in Germany, part of my life in Sweden. Now we have been in Austria for 2.5 years. You have lived part of your life in the States. Mm-hmm. And now you've been for a long time over in Europe already.
Yeah, what, like 15, no, going on 16 years maybe?
Neither of us have felt like Europe is really our home, and the move to the US has many, many different reasons. Ultimately, we feel led to move there, and family is a big part of it.
Yeah,
but
just to be closer to my family, who has, for the last, since I moved over here, been so never made me, or then when we got married and had kids, never made us as a family feel guilty for living over here, but obviously always excited when we were able to see them, which was not very often.
Yeah. So family is really important. We have a lot of friends there, but we also have other hopes and goals and visions. And we want to share a little bit about that. Like our heart for coming to the US is really to eventually have our own farm, to settle at a place where we really feel comfortable, where we can still live with the values that are important to us as a family. We have, I would say, what many would call traditional conservative family values, and it's important to us that we can homeschool. It is important to us that we can grow our own food and have like-minded people around us. And our heart is to have a nice home where we can settle, to work hard to establish a farm, and also have a good influence and be a blessing to the community that we live in, but also beyond that, online with the content we share.
Yeah.
And so we feel like the 2.5 years we've spent now in Austria and the previous years in Sweden, they've really prepared us for that. Me specifically, I have undergone a lot of trainings, I've done a lot of courses and workshops in this time in Austria, and that is leading us closer to being able to do what we are hoping to do in the US. I have gone through the Holzer permaculture trainings and workshops. We've worked there on the farm and lived there. I'm an accredited professional with the Savory Institute in Holistic Management now. In these years we've undergone training, and I'm certified now with them. And these are all things that we think will really help us when we are in the States to run our own farm, but also to teach others. And so that's just in a nutshell what we are hoping to do, what we're looking forward to. And like we have shared in previous videos, we hope to settle in East Tennessee, and we have friends there. Once we get to the States and we've spent time with your folks, we hope to be heading out there and get a feel. We've been there before, but we want to get to know the place better and look around. And we'll hopefully let you all be part of that process. So right now we're in Sweden here still, and we have to head back in a little bit.
Soon, yeah. We're not here for much longer. Yeah, it's just this in-between time, like, of waiting and not knowing exactly when things will move forward for us, but knowing that they will, and that we can't stay in between forever. And also just believing that God has something for us, and waiting for that, and trusting that his timing is better than what we maybe think would be the best, or just trusting him that he has it in his hand, has our situation in his hand, that he is leading us. And I guess that's the biggest I would say burden on us right now, is just to trust him and to seek him, to pray for this all, and to wait.
We feel like our part in it is to be preparing ourselves to be wise and responsible with what we have, but then to also trust him and move forward with that.
Not to worry about things that we can't control now, or there's no possible way of us knowing anyway. Just let that be, and do what we can, make the most of our time that we have here. Try to enjoy these last few months in Europe. I mean, we have loved living here, and there's so many beautiful places and things that we have loved experiencing here. And, we are here for a few more months. We don't want to waste that time in that sense. Yeah.
And like we said, the visa could process now at the first place. The first stage of the processing could be done now any day. We're waiting for that. We are having to head back to Austria for my interview at the embassy and physical exams and all that once that all happens. But we have already started to tear down our tents, so to speak, in Austria. Have shipped stuff already to the States and are going to be shipping more now. And please join us just in prayer that all of this will go smoothly. The world is in turmoil. All of the world is in turmoil. These are challenging times for everybody, and we long for a place that we can call our home very soon now, in these times especially, and to be closer to our family in the US. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for encouraging us all the time.
For your nice messages, also on Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah, and if we don't reply always to comments and stuff, don't take that personal. We read most of them, and we read the messages. So thank you so much for that, and God bless you and talk soon. Bye bye.